Good morning, Faith. I come to deliver to you the second last word said by Jesus. It comes from Luke chapter 23, verse 43, and it reads, Jesus answered him, truly I tell you, today you will be with me in paradise. Now, I know around this time of year, a lot of us have our spring break. Heck, I went up to Atlanta to hang out with my best friend over spring break. I had a pretty good time up there too. However, some of my other friends and other people my age went to PCB or Destin or Miami during spring break. And let's just say my idea of fun and their idea of fun are two completely different things. Going out, staying out late. This is not what Jesus meant when he said paradise. When Jesus said paradise, he was referring to heaven. So you see, when we think of paradise, we think about beaches, trips, parties, no responsibilities, doing whatever we want, whenever we want, with whoever we want. However, when Jesus said, today you will be with me in paradise, he wasn't talking about a location. He wasn't talking about a cruise or a trip to PCB. He was talking about a destination that will never end. So the real question is, what makes heaven a paradise? Well, it says here in Revelation chapter 21, verse 4, he will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain, for the old order of things has passed away. This is telling us in heaven, there will be no anxiety, no backstabbing, no lust, no greed, no depression, no pressure, no fake friends, no situationships, no more overthinking at 2 a.m., none of that. Because everything that's been heavy on us down here, everything that we've been carrying, everything that's been weighing on our mind, the moment we step into paradise, God lifts it off our shoulders. Now, when we go to spring break, most of the time it's usually 1 week? And then we have to come back to live our normal lives, snap back into reality. It's a short-term happiness, and usually when we come back, we're wishing we may never left. It can give us memories we share for a lifetime, or it can give us something that we might regret when we look back on it. However, Psalms chapter 16, verse 11 reads, in your presence, there is a fullness of joy, of your right hand, a pleasure forevermore. That means real joy, real satisfaction. True love and happiness doesn't come from a trip. It doesn't come from going clubbing with our friends. It comes from the being in the presence of God. Because what the world offers is temporary, but what God offers is eternal. Now, I know some of us have our own crosses that we carry every day, and it can get tiring. We may become discouraged or frustrated or even scared at what the future holds for us, and even if we can make it to this paradise. However, it says, my Father's house has many rooms. If that were not so, what I have told that I am going there to prepare a place for you. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come back and take you to be with me, that you may be where I am. This is Jesus speaking to his disciples about going away and leaving them behind to finish what he came on earth to do. This left his disciples feeling the same exact way we may feel sometimes about the future. Scared, uncertain, and worried. However, Jesus promised us something, and that promise still stands today, that there is room in this paradise for you and you and you. And this promise wasn't just for the disciples. It wasn't just for the thief on the cross, because this thief didn't mock Jesus like the first one did. He didn't ask to be saved. He didn't ask for a trip to PCB. He didn't ask for $1 million. He didn't ask for another chance at life. All he asked was to be remembered. And Jesus said, today you will be with me in paradise. That wasn't just a word for him. That was a word for all of us. This means that one day there will be no more mourning, no more pain, no more suffering, no more tears shed. It will be just joy, just peace, being in the presence of Jesus. So yeah, the world may offer you temporary happiness, but Jesus has given us an eternal paradise and a place in heaven for us. Only question is, are you ready to move in? Thank you.